What's up, everybody? So this video is going to be about the top dad tips but up to 6 months of age when you got a little guy like this, because nobody taught us, and we're going to try to put our knowledge back out there for everybody, because if you luck up and have one like this, you need to know some of these ideas. So in this video, we're going to talk about the top things dads need to know when they're starting off, and take it from the top, Samantha.
Well, these are dad tips. Why do I have to talk about them?
It's easy when I run out of words. I can just throw it over there. So the big one is you want to go with zips and not buttons or anything like that. So that means pajamas. You want zip ups. You want zip up shirts. You want to make it as simple as possible, because when you're changing diapers and he's squirming around, it's really tough to do snaps and get their arms and everything as they start freaking out. Don't freak out, little Jack.
The one that Jack fusses about me about, the next one is don't rearrange key items.
Yeah, so in the middle of the night you're looking for a bib or a pacifier or whatever, and Samantha likes to organize things, and she's organized them to another part of the house and you can't find it, kids screaming, and then you look like the bad guy, because mom is always going to blame you when the kid's screaming. Even if you're in the right, you're automatically in the wrong. He's just going to yell for any old reason, and you can't panic. And our first couple of fights were, why is the baby screaming? What'd you do to him? So just got to take that in stride. And so just keep it very simple with everything. Don't go like, just because it's cute, go above and beyond it. All right, what's the next one, Samantha?
The formula maker.
Yeah, Baby Breeza. It is auto formula maker. I've talked about it in a couple of the videos on this channel. It's like a Keurig, and it literally just spins the formula, measures it out just right, and mixing it with water and warms it up all in one. Takes like 20 seconds to make 7 ounces of formula. I highly recommend formula, because she's going to be wore out. There's no way she's going to be able to nurse them all the time, and if you just switch to formula, it's easier for all of you. You can now feed them, you can now take over certain things, and the Baby Breeza is a really big part on that list, because you don't want to be shaking it up or putting it in the microwave or whatever. It comes out perfect.
Yeah, and it takes like 3 seconds, not 20.
Yeah, well, I mean, it goes, and they get to where they know that sound and they know what's coming. Okay, so the next one I'm going to talk about is when you go into the nursing room, you want to put a TV in there. Put a Roku in there, Wi-Fi, Netflix, the whole 9 yards, because you're going to be spending a lot of time in there. And if you're in there watching your favorite, episode, then you don't not want to go in there, and they think you're being a good dad because you're always in there. And you're in there watching The Simpsons, or you're watching, House of Cards or whatever, and just put it on subtitles and you're good to go. So that rolls into the next one, is if you don't want to change diapers, get gloves. Like, just get latex gloves, or like the surgical gloves, and then it's not a big deal. I just keep them because it makes my hands easier to keep clean. I don't have to disinfect my hands all the time, and gloves made it so much easier. I usually just use one on one hand, and on a box of 50 it'll last a long time. So if you're really worried about changing diapers, moms too, just get some gloves. They'll even give them to you from the hospital when you take them home. Put some in your pocket and you'll be good to go until you get used to it. Another one I would go ahead and kind of throw out there is when the hospital gives you like the booklets to take home about being a new parent, read it. I read it before she read it, and then I actually had some idea of what was coming next, or like a first-time dad book, or watch some YouTube videos, and it'll just kind of like get you thinking in the right direction, that they're not some little monster. He's pretty cool, and it's not. Yeah, it's not going to be as crazy as you think it's going to be. Now, labor, that was a totally different story. That was the most craziest thing that you'll ever go through. But now he sleeps through the night. Around 5-6 months they'll start sleeping through the night. We were alternating on and off up until 3 months or so, every other night, just like on duty. if you watch the video about sleeping in the bedroom or not, we put him in a crib starting out, and we would just sleep next to him, you know, like I was saying, alternating nights until he's able to pretty much survive. And then we just had a baby monitor by our bed because our bed's not too far from his room. It's really a pretty small house. Isn't that right, little Jack? Yep. Yep. And we just try to make sure that he sleeps in his own crib. But those are like really the top big ones that I can think of. It's just go with the flow and spend a lot of time with them, and you know, everything will be okay.
I know another tip.
What's that?
What about covering his wee-wee when you change?
Oh yeah, when you change him, you need to put a rag or a diaper over if he's a male, because he will squirt all over the place. All over you, him, her, everybody. Samantha still hasn't figured that out. And so like when you go to bathe him, just put a rag over him, you know, because he'll pee all over the sink, all over the counter, all over everything.
All over
so if you just
everything.
follow step 1, you won't have any of those problems. And remember that as soon as the diaper goes off, diaper's got to go on. Don't let them just lounge around, because you're going to be cleaning up.
Prep work makes it easy.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and lay the diaper out before I unbuckle the old diaper, and it's just swap, swap, okay? And that's really the bare basics of what dads need to know. Just stay calm, keep it simple, don't rearrange things, get you a TV, wear gloves, and you'll survive. Isn't that right, little Jack? That's right, that's right. So don't forget to like and subscribe, comment down below for your top dad tip. Put it down below so all of us dads and moms can figure it out. We can all learn from each other. Ow!
He headbutted
He headbutted me. And we'll see you guys later.